in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Get off the field, defense.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check 56. Here we go, D.
2nd and 15. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 14. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Check 59. Mike is
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2nd and 10. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. On play action, Haskins. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 47 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got this down to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. And this is Parker, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Back to throw now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for, he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They go play action now. Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, And it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Right, 52, right. 52. Pick me up. Here we go.
They go play action with Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a short one to Gesicki. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Now he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Howard. As the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Right here, right here.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Geis with a carry on second down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Haskins to throw it. And Thomas has it. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the try. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Howard. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by Howard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, Howard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let this one go for and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
59. Mike's 59. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team.
Looking to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On play action, Haskins. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, the downward